Hey YouTube, how's it going? Matt back with another video, pickups video, and everything in this video I got over the past about a week. Yeah, I'd say a week. I did a trade with a friend of mine. I had a single thrift store pickup, and I did a really awesome Craigslist deal. I got a great deal on it, and I got some cool stuff that you don't see every day. So yeah, I'll start with the trade I did with a friend of mine. He doesn't really collect old video games. He just likes, playing them. So I wouldn't say he's a collector, but whatever. I traded him my old Game Boy, the Charger, and the game F1 Race, and he gave me 2 games. The first being Monster Hunter Tri, and this is complete. This is a game that I've been looking for a while. It's not the most expensive game. It's just, I don't know. I just didn't want to pay the $10 for it that was going for online. So I figured I'd get it in a trade, and also a copy of Super Mario All-Stars. So very cool to get that. I bought the Game Boy for like 20 bucks, so I mean, that for $20 isn't a bad deal. And then the lonely thrift store pickup for the week was a PC game, and that is Siberia, a really cool PC adventure game. That it's a very nice looking game, very beautiful, and it has a great story and all. I just enjoy playing it. I used to have this game maybe about 2-3 years ago, and then for some reason I sold it in the yard sale. So whatever. I'm glad to have it back, and I've actually been playing it, and it's a lot of fun. So if you're into adventure games, definitely go check that one out. Okay, so I think what's left is, and actually a cool story about that. It's not really, doesn't really concern video games too much, but I got Siberia at the thrift store that has really good prices. Like, it's 50 cents for anything in a jewel case, $1 for a DVD, 25 cents for VHS tapes, 10 cents for a record. And then what they started doing now is on every Friday, they're trying to get rid of their inventory for the week. So what they'll do is half off for everything. So I got this for 25 cents. So I'm definitely going to go back there. They don't really have a whole lot. I mean, I found probably the best thing I found was Beyond the Beyond for the PS1. But they don't really have a lot of video game stuff come in. But books, they have like 50 cents for a hardcover book. I like getting books. Their movie selection, their DVDs are usually pretty good, so getting a DVD for 50 cents isn't bad. And their records, I mean, I'm just thinking from the point of view of like reselling to make some money. If I go in there on half off days, I can get a record for 5 cents, which is ridiculous. I mean, that's crazy. So I figure, I can go in there, buy 20 records for $1, and I know 20 records go for like $15 on Craigslist. So I mean, even if they're like not so popular artists, still. So that's just a random thing. I'm really happy that they're doing it now, and maybe I'll find some games in there someday. Although it hasn't been too great so far, but I found a few things in there. So I'm going to stop rambling, and I'm going to get on to the Craigslist deal I did. It wasn't actually wasn't a true Craigslist deal, I guess, but a guy that I'd sold something to on Craigslist, he was a collector, and he didn't really have, his friends didn't really collect video games, but they had old video games that they were getting rid of. That's how the collector dude got into collecting. So he said that he had a friend that he was interested in some of his video game stuff, and he said he didn't really need it. So he's referenced the guy to me, and I'm really thankful for that. I got a great deal on everything, and the guy that sold it to me, this guy was like super nice, and he was really knowledgeable about some video games and some of the more obscure stuff too. Like he said that he was spoiled when he was a kid, so we had Master System, Genesis, Nintendo, Super Nintendo, TurboGrafx, several of the Atari systems, several computers like the Amiga, like one of the Amiga, Commodore 64, Texas Instruments stuff. So, I mean, yeah, he definitely had a lot of stuff when he was a kid. And I'll show you this big box. I always seem to get a big box of just random cords every time I do this. But in here, there's just some random cords. Here's a Texas Instrument controller, Nintendo RF, Super Nintendo manual, a badly damaged map, Sega Master System poster, Atari Links manual. Here's one controller. You didn't see that one before, actually. Here is a light phaser, and I put this in here just because it's not working. I tried it out, and it did not work so well, so I don't know what to do with that. And just some random stuff. There's a TurboGrafx power cord. I mean, I don't know what I'm going to do with all of this, because I don't I mean, if I kept all of the random cords I got, I mean, I don't even know where I'd put them all. I'd have a humongous box full of them. But, just a bunch of random stuff in there. And I guess I'll be on to the systems that I got with it. He said he'd sold some of his systems to his friends already. But he had some other ones that he found recently. First is a Sega Master System Model 1. I'm really happy to get this. It's one of those systems that you don't see ever. I mean, I think there was a Sega Master System in my game store maybe twice in the past year. So I mean, it's pretty obscure and you don't see it too often. And even when you do see it, it's for $40, maybe $50, and there's no way I'm gonna pay that much for a system like the Master System. There's not too many games for it that I really want. And no cords, but there were some controllers, like 2 first-party controllers that came with it, and they function perfectly. So, and the Sega Genesis cords work perfectly on that. So I hook it up to that. And then also a Model 1 Sega Genesis. I already have a Model 1, so probably just going to bundle this with some sports games and sell it for like $20 on Craigslist or something. And no cords for that either, but there was one controller, and that worked okay. There was one button that was kind of sticky, but I'll just clean that up and it should work fine. So I guess I'll get on to the games. Definitely the highlights, for me at least, some of these games. I'll start with the Texas Instruments games. I actually just watched Classic Contagious Gaming's TI-99 4A collection video. So I'm thinking I might let him know that I have these, see if he wants them. But I'm going to show them to you. Parsec. TI Invaders, I believe this is like a Space Invaders clone. Munchman, and Car Wars. So I have those, and I also have like 4 controllers for the TI-99. So yeah, that's very interesting. I've never seen anything like that before. I mean, I didn't even know TI made computers. I know they make calculators, but I didn't know they ever got into the computer business. So next, I'll show you the Master System games. First up, I'll show you the ones that are for trade. And they're just the loose ones and the ones that I don't really want right now. The loose ones are Altered Beast, Miracle Warriors, which I believe is a action RPG. Not action RPG, I don't know why I said that. An RPG. And by the way, Altered Beast is not that great of a game for the Master System. Much better on the Genesis. And then Shinobi, which I have not played yet. Oops, I just messed up the camera. And then the complete ones, I believe they're all complete. Yes, okay. Great soccer, great baseball, and then marksman shooting and trap shooting. I'm not keeping that one because the gun's not working, so there's no real point in keeping that right now. It's a pretty common game, so I figure I'll come across it eventually. Alright, on to the Master System games that I will be keeping for myself. A pretty good stack. There's one game that I was very excited to see in here. First is Hang On and Safari Hunt. The only reason I'm keeping this one is because Hang On is in it, and I like that game, so even though I can't play Safari Hunt. Whatever. Rastan, which was a decent kind of action platformer kind of thing, side-scroller. Black Belt, which I didn't really get to play much of it, but from what I played, it was decent. I haven't played anything on like the Nintendo other than Mario Bros. .com, so I can't really compare these games to other games in that generation. So I don't really know how it compares to other ones. And then probably this is definitely a deal breaker for me, or a deal maker. I don't know what the saying is, but when I saw this, I definitely had to get it. I mean, the Master System and this game alone is worth the $60 I paid for it. And the game is Phantasy Star for the Master System. Super happy to get this. It definitely one of the more sought-after games for the Master System. And I think they made like 2, 3, and 4 for the Genesis. So I'm glad I got this one out of the way. That I'm glad I don't have to track this one down later. So really cool to get that. All right. On to the Genesis games. There's only 5 total. He said he had a lot more than he sold at the yard sale. Kind of bummed I didn't get any of them, or many of them. But I did get 5, 2 loose ones: Lakers versus the Celtics and the NBA playoffs, and Populous, which was a pretty fun game on the PC. So I'll give it a shot on the Genesis. Alright, on to the Complete in Box Genesis games. Not sure if I'll be keeping this one. Sword of Sodan. I don't know, it looks kind of bad from the back, but, never judge a book by its cover. Never heard of or seen of that one before. Strider, which I have the sequel to, and that's a really fun game, so I'm definitely going to have to give this one a shot. And Altered Beast, which I have been playing a lot recently. This is a really cool game. I love how you get the upgrades and you turn into the different things, like the were tiger, the were dragon, the were bear, I think that's what it's called. Yeah, the were bear. And then the werewolf and all. So it's definitely a really fun game. Definitely one of the better games that I've played so far, in my opinion. So that's about it. I mean, I didn't go yard selling this Saturday because it was I had to help my dad work around the house a bit. We got a lot of things done, which was good. And then the Saturday before that, it actually rained the first 3 or 4 hours of the yard sale morning, so that was a big bummer. But this coming yard sale, my mom has to go down to the suburb that we go yard selling in for to shop for some things anyway, so we'll already be going down there. So I'm definitely looking forward to that. And I think I'm gonna totally copy what Married Guy Gamer does and put everything at the end, everything for trade at the end of the video. So yeah, that's about it. Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, please like, comment, and subscribe. Tell me what you got this week. I always like hearing about what other people got, what deals, what crazy deals everybody gets. Definitely one of my favorite parts about being in this YouTube community thing. So, yeah, that's about it. Thank you for watching, and I will see you later. Bye.